doing extraordinary things, and I can't wait for you all to hear about it. I would like to introduce the founders of Build a Better World Foundation. Christy Corwin is the president. Come on up, Christy. And Tamaneh Roshanian is also a director with the foundation. I'd like to read a little bit about both of these ladies, and you'll see why they're so, wow, so impressive. Christy is the president. She holds a degree from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, and has founded and has served as CEO of a display and design company for 18 years, designing stores, kiosks, carts, window displays, trade show exhibits, and retail and home design consultancy. She works with large mall corporations, mall tenants, suppliers, and business owners. Christy also has much experience with producing events and event planning. She was the manager for an entertainment company and has worked with many nonprofit organizations and business owners. Due to her desire to improve her health and to help others, Christy has been devoted to extensive training and teaching of brain education yoga, Tai Chi, and natural health for over 11 years, and has also offered private consulting coaching to both children and adults. Christy is the co-founder, along with her grandmother, Gina Garcia, of Build a Better World Foundation and Build a Better World Productions. She currently serves as president and executive director of Build a Better World Foundation and CEO of Build a Better World Productions. Both organizations were founded and created to carry forward the legacy of music, the empowerment of youth, and humanitarian efforts that her grandparents, Russell and Gina Garcia, dedicated their lives to all over the world for 60 years. Gina Garcia is the co-founder. She is Christy's grandmother, and we'll hear more about her later. Tamaneh Roshanian is an active member of the California Bar, admitted in January 1989, and a graduate of Hastings College of the Law, JD, June 1988, and UCLA BA 1985, major in Economics and Latin American Studies. She is also an active member of the DC Bar, admitted in 1994, and a solicitor in England and Wales, licensed in 2004. She has practiced law in California and internationally while based in Los Angeles, California, Washington, D.C., London, and Uzbekistan, while traveling back and forth. Her long commercial law experience in various jurisdictions, working as associates of large international firms and/or as a partner in her own firms, include property, real estate, and construction law and litigation, joint venture, corporate and company law, intellectual property and trademark, international commodity, trade contracts and finance, project finance, gold mining, oil and gas, construction, aircraft, and transportation and renewable energy, mediation, international arbitration, and litigation in California and English courts in a variety of commercial, real estate, finance, and investment-related disputes. The matters she handled in London involved clients and matters based in the U.S., the U.K., Australia, Russia, Uzbekistan, Turkey, Hong Kong, China, North America, and the Middle East. Wow. Her recent work undertakings on returning to California include international commodity trade transactions and finance, project and structured finance involving construction and renewable energy, while acting through Roshanian Payman PC as the managing member. She's also of counsel to Michael T. Chulak and Associates in association with Arthur J. Lettenmeyer in Agora Hills, handling litigation, mediation, and arbitration involving real estate, homeowners associations, construction, investment, and other commercial disputes. She also had a long record of working on pro bono or paid basis for various associations and nonprofit organizations and foundations in the U.S. and the U.K., including registration of tax-exempt entities, contract review, trademark registration, dispute resolution, and Corporate Secretary Services Board member. She is a board member of the newly registered Build a Better World Foundation. And now, Christy, please tell us about Build a Better World Foundation.
Well, I'm so happy to see all of you here, and so grateful to each and every one of you for being here to support us and support this organization. And just so you know, we shortened the bio for Tamanay, and she has just been such an amazing help to us and support, and she's an amazing woman, and my grandmother Gina and I are so honored to have her as one of our board members. And I thought the first thing I would really like to do, after thanking all of you so much for being here, is the world right now is experiencing, having so many experiences. And I just felt in my heart that I wanted to say a prayer, to open this event with a prayer for unity, oneness, and for humanity. And so if you'll all join me in this prayer. O thou kind Lord, O thou who art generous and merciful, we are servants of thy threshold and are gathered beneath the sheltering shadow of thy divine unity. The sun of thy mercy is shining upon all, and the clouds of thy bounty shower upon all. Thy gifts encompass all, thy loving providence sustains all, thy protection overshadows all, and the glances of thy favor are cast upon all. O Lord, grant thine infinite bestowals, and let the light of thy guidance shine. Illumine the eyes, gladden the hearts with abiding joy. Confer a new spirit upon all people, and bestow upon them eternal life. Unlock the gates of true understanding, and let the light of faith shine resplendent. Gather all people beneath the shadow of thy bounty, and cause them to unite in harmony, so that they may become as the rays of one sun, as the waves of one ocean, and as the fruit of one tree. May they drink from the same fountain. May they be refreshed by the same breeze. May they receive illumination from the same source of light. Thou art the giver, the merciful, the omnipotent. And that is a prayer for humanity from the Baha'i writings. Okay, next, I would like to invite my son Curtis and my daughter Capri. They're going to read the bio of my grandparents, Gina and Russ Garcia, and share a little bit about them in their life's work. So, Curtis and Capri.
I didn't realize we were up already. So, for those of you that have met or known our great-grandparents, Gina and Russell Garcia, you know, but they are two of the kindest, most loving people that, you know, you will have ever met. And I'm sure I can speak for both of us when I say that. Where is Capri? Oh, both of us. She's over there. When I say that we aspire to be like them. Definitely. So, Russell wrote his autobiography before he passed away at age 95 in New Zealand on the 20th of November in 2011. Russ was a world-renowned composer, arranger, conductor who has written music for over 100 films. He is known for his innovative music score for the film Time Machine. Garcia is also known in both the TV and recording fields and has composed music for countless TV shows such as Rawhide, Twilight Zone, Laredo, and The Virginian. He has recorded many CDs in his own right with stars such as Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Vic Damone, Judy Garland, Oscar Peterson, Julie London, just to name a few. Garcia has also written 2 best-selling textbooks, The Professional Arranger-Composer, Book 1 and Book 2, which have been translated into 6 languages. He is also known for his symphonic and classical works, which have been performed by the New Zealand Symphony, the Munich Symphony, the Vienna Symphony, plus countless radio symphony orchestras throughout Europe. He was often a guest lecturer at many universities around the world on symphonic composition techniques. Russell and his wife Gina made New Zealand their home in 1971 while continuing to work in the music and film industry. He was awarded the Queen's Service Medal for his service to music in 2009.
All right. And Gina, she's a singer, a lyricist, and an author who has written many scripts for shows she and Russell have produced around the world. She wrote the libretto for the opera The Unquenchable Flame with Russell composing the music, and her book, The Adventures of the Dawnbreaker Chronicles, a 6-year sailboat journey with Russell cruising the Pacific aboard a 41-inch trimaran. Together, Gina and Russell have produced CDs such as Light Up the World with Love, Dawn of a New Day, Sweet Scented Streams, etc. The Garcias developed a life skills course, which is an entertaining way to teach virtues to children using songs, raps, and games, and is used in schools in many countries around the world. They have taught their program for 39 years at schools in New Zealand. In April 2009, Gina was awarded the Queen's Service Medal for her service to music. Gina is the co-founder, along with the granddaughter, my mom, Christy, of both Build a Better World Productions and Build a Better World Foundation to carry forward a legacy of music, the empowerment of youth, and humanitarian efforts worldwide.
Man her down.
It's like the sail in the boat. Sometimes it blows over and you have to pick it back up. Okay. Thank you guys for that. Tamanay, is there anything that you would like to say as one of our board members, our honored board member?
Thank you very much, Christy. Thank you very much, Counselor. I'm sorry for the long introduction when the short one's supposed to be given to you. I welcome all of you here today as we are starting the activities of Build a Better World Foundation. We are looking for inspired individuals, anyone that want to contribute to our work. We're very open, although our focus is using music and the arts and empowering the youth. Anything that will make this world a better place is our mission. So if you have special projects that you would like to work with the foundation, you need to raise funds for your project, or you want to contribute your services, your ideas, your art, your music, or you know of people who are interested in working with us, please contact either Chrissy or myself, and we will be very pleased to work with you.
Okay. Next, I would like to bring up an amazing young lady who has helped us so much. She happens to be Tamanay's daughter, Adele. She's a senior at Westlake High School. She has designed our website. She has worked together with me on many different projects, designing stores and kiosks for the malls. She has really been so helpful to us, and I can't thank her enough. She also helped to write our mission statement, and so I would really like for Adele Payman to come up and to read our mission statement, and thank her so much for all of her dedication and love of the Build a Better World Foundation.
Together, we can build a better world. We believe that youth can move the world. The aim of the Build a Better World Foundation is to support youth in this noble endeavor through music and the arts by sponsoring charity concerts and events. Donations to the Build a Better World Foundation go directly to the production of musical events which not only nurture talent and leadership skills in the participating youth, but raise funds and awareness for existing charitable organizations and projects in the areas of education, natural health, social justice, sustainability, and the arts. And the foundation is inspired by the life of... Okay.
It's not very long, so you can...
Together we can build a better world, inspired by the charmed life of Russell and Gina Garcia. We believe that youth can move the world. The aim of the Build a Better World Foundation is to support youth in this noble endeavor through music and the arts by sponsoring charity concerts and events. Donations to the Build a Better World Foundation go directly to the production of musical events which not only nurture talent and leadership skills in the participating youth, but raise funds and awareness for existing charitable organizations and projects in the areas of education, natural health, social justice, sustainability, and the arts.
Thank you, Adele. So now we have some volunteers and team members that I would really like to thank. First of all, I would like to thank the Agoura High School Music Department. Mr. Robert Hackett and Mr. Chad Bloom are doing such an amazing job with the music, with the kids here. And the Agoura High School Studio Jazz Combo. Anyone want to volunteer? You can start your volunteering right now to hold the banner up. Anyway, they're doing a tremendous job with music for the kids, and they performed at our concert last December 2016, our celebration launch fundraising concert. Thank you guys so much. Just think you get to be in all the pictures too. So, okay. I think they disappeared, right? And the Agoura High School Studio Jazz Combo will be playing during our reception tonight in the lobby. And I'd like to read their names to recognize them. Daniel Bermudez is going to be on drums. You guys want to come up? Henrik Zhang will be on the bass. Benny Kahn on trombone. And Matt Cooperberg on piano. And I have to tell you, Matt Cooperberg, here, come up here, you guys, by the banner. Matt Cooperberg, you know, for the concert, he organized the whole band. Everything, when to be there for rehearsal, for the sound check. This is what Build a Better World Foundation is all about, is showing how these youth are so empowered and so powerful and have so much capacity. And we want to thank you for being here today. And we want to thank Matt for organizing the band again today. And so we have a t-shirt for you. Somewhere, here it is. Okay, so we're presenting you with the Build a Better World Foundation t-shirt for all of your... Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate you guys being here, and thank you so much for dedicating time to music. It's wonderful that you're doing that, and we are so grateful to you for being here. Thank you. Okay. So, thank you to the music department and to the guys who'll be playing in a little while. Okay. I would like to thank our sponsors. Jim Hakopian. I know you're here somewhere.
He's hiding. He's right there.
Oh, there you are. He's hiding. So Jim, you know, during the concert last December, he did the video for our live stream for the whole concert and did an amazing job. And I just want to thank him so much for doing that. His company is Hagopian Studios, and we thank him so much for doing that, because then now we have we are able to have that video, and it's a wonderful video. We're so grateful. Laura Kunz from River's Edge Graphic Design, Sandy Pettiflew and Jeff Long, who was the other videographer at our concert, from Smile TV, All Star Financial, New Beginnings Realty, Sharon Lee Pollock, New Moon Wellness, Andrea Gutnick, who's here. Stand up, say hi, Andrea. She owns New Moon Wellness here in Agora and has a wonderful space that's available to rent for meetings, for what have you. So please contact her if you are interested in her beautiful space. That it's very, very nice. Ryan, the Guitar Center is one of our sponsors, and at the concert we were able to present the music department at the high school with a $500 gift certificate to the Guitar Center. And so we are very grateful to the Guitar Center, and we were so happy we were able to donate that to the music department, and we're looking forward to doing that again in our future events. Gino Norak from G-Force Plastics. Gino, back there with the red tie. He's amazing. I hired Gino 18 years ago to build some displays for us. He does everything imaginable and more in acrylic. And in a little while, you'll see the beautiful awards that we're going to be presenting to two of our honorees tonight, where we're going to pay a little tribute to them for their service in music. Now, our volunteers, I'm just going to read their names. Curtis Corwin, Capri Corwin, my mom, Judy Culp, who is our bookkeeper accountant for Build a Better World Productions and Build a Better World Foundation. Terry Lynn Madrano, who is always there at everybody's event taking pictures no matter what. And I just want to honor her. She is such a love and always giving, and we're so grateful to you. And her daughter Bella, who we're going to honor in a few minutes, also performed at our event. And Amy Porter, who's another also, she's always giving, always there for others. We're so grateful to you because you've been able to take pictures and photographs. She is someone that is always giving, and I just really want to acknowledge her and what a beautiful, soul she is. So thank you, Amy. Rhonda Zucker, who couldn't be here today, she designed our program for our concert and our flyers. Adele, and also Dennis Stafford, who's not here. He helped with some of our social media. Collis Stutzer, who's in the back there, also helped with social media. And Kai Kim, who was our 13-year-old MC at the concert, who couldn't be here today, I want to thank him. Charlie Bond, who performed, and also Annie Resnick, who performed, and Liana Leininger and Nathan Fay, who both performed at the concert, and also Laura Leininger, who is a very dedicated soul to music and to children and young people. And also, I would like to thank Gilles Chiasson and staff. He is the director of this Performing Arts and Education Center and their staff. And I would also like to thank Fariba Albert, who is here to support us. She's also a teacher at this school and does a wonderful job. And she puts on a performance with her students that are, do you call them special needs? What do you call them? Is it a different name? She is a wonderful teacher at this school, and it's a special needs children class, and every year in the spring she does the most beautiful performance with these children, and it's so. If you get the chance to come, you really should. This spring, you'll have to let us know the date for Reba, but she does a beautiful job with these children. So I just want to honor her and thank you for being here. All right. So now I would like to invite up just the kids who have really been significant in helping us. A wonderful team of young people, of youth. I won't say kids because some of them are not really kids anymore, but like to me they're kids. So, you know, we really want to honor these youth and young people that are doing service and that are doing good, because it's important to recognize them and honor them for all that they do. So I'm going to call your name, and we want to give all of you a Build a Better World Foundation t-shirt, and thank you. So, Bella, would you come up, please? You know, she's done an amazing job with, and you can just stand up here, sweetie. She plays a mean piano. I mean, I'm not kidding. She is a pianist like you've never seen before, and very dedicated. She also shared her very touching story about how she, instead of asking for birthday gifts one year, she wanted everybody to give a donation to the Ocheti Wakan Native American Lakota Indian reservation that's in South Dakota that we're presenting a donation to later on. And she was able to raise funds and from her birthday party and to donate to that reservation. And I just think it was, how old were you when you did that?
She did it 2 years. She was 10.
2 years, and she was 10.
10 and 11.
Right. So, you know, that is very honorable to do something like that. So thank you, Bella. All right. I also want to invite my children, Curtis and Capri, also for all of their support and help. Capri. Curtis. Okay, so stand next to Bella. And then also Adele, who really has helped so much. I'm so grateful to her. And if you take a look at our website, you will see the magnificent job that she's done. This is the young people of today. Youth can move the world. You know, they have a big capacity, and you know, we need to let them. We need to support them. We need to encourage them because they're capable. They're very capable. And Collis Stutzer, he helped us a lot with the social media in the very beginning. And even when he was traveling all over the country and in another country and all over, he was still posting things for us. When things were happening with the concert and he couldn't be here, he was still, you know, posting things on social media. So I really would like to acknowledge all of these young people. Please thank them. Yes, Tammany, you too. So, youth can move the world. All right. We did the sponsors, the youth. Okay, now, you know, it is my honor. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And, you know, oftentimes we don't recognize people until after they've gone to the next world. And I've always wanted to honor people before they go to the next world. And so I am really honored today to present at all of our events. We're going to be honoring certain music professionals in the industry And we have two very, very special guests here tonight that we want to honor. And the first one is Bob Porter. And I don't know, do we want to bring a chair and have him and Marcy come sit here? You know, my grandparents were very close to Bob and Marcy Porter. And Bob Porter, you know, he's going to be 93 years old in November. And he is still playing music. He is a trumpet player. Here's Bob. And why don't we bring up also his daughter Christy and his son Casey. You can be here with him, yeah. And Amy, if you want to come too. So, you want to sit down, Bob, or you want to stand up? Whatever you want. You know, he still plays the trumpet. He was just playing last night. I saw it on Facebook. And so, you know, these musicians, you just can't keep them down. You know, they just want to keep going. Anyway, this family is very closely connected through my grandparents, Gina and Russ Garcia. And it is such an honor to recognize you for such a life, what a life of service to both music and everything else. I mean, I'm going to read just this little bit. You know, the two honorees tonight both are Bob. So we have Bob and Bob, two Bobs. And their resume bios are so extensive. They're like 18 pages long. And so I had to like go through it and like try to, and it was really hard. I was trying to figure out, you know, what do I say? What do I do? This is their beautiful family, Casey and Amy Porter, and they have their two boys, and then their daughter Emma, who's not here, and Christy is his daughter. His other son, Kurt, is in Guatemala, and with his wife. Where's Marcy? Come on, what are you doing? You have to be up here. Yes, you do.
We got a chair for you.
Come on. Yes, you must be here. Anyway, you know, this week they are celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. 60. Yeah. Okay, so Bob started arranging music in high school when he was drafted. He was assigned to a location in Barstow, California, and was able to arrange for the Army Band. He graduated from the University of California at Berkeley with postgraduate studies at Westlake Music College in Los Angeles. Later, he attended Mills College, where he studied orchestration with Darius Milhaud, one of the French Six composers. At some point, Bob came to Los Angeles, where he studied orchestration with Russ Garcia, my grandfather, the famous composer, arranger, and conductor. Russ was the first director of the Baha'i Choir at the Los Angeles Baha'i Center, and when Russ left LA to sail the South Pacific, he passed the baton on to Bob, who agreed to become the new director of the Baha'i Choir in Los Angeles. In the 50s, Bob joined the group called the Lancers, a quartet which had a hit by the name of Sweet Mama, Treetop Tall, recorded the theme for Don't Go Near the Water with Doris Day, worked with K-Star as well as Vicky Carr. As a working musician in Los Angeles, he arranged music for cartoons such as Woody the Woodpecker, the TV series Lassie, and several movies, among them Timberjack in 1955 and Don't Go Near the Water in 1957. Bob frequently told stories about writing the music each week on The Lassie Show with Nathan Scott, the composer, who was father of the famed smooth jazz saxophonist Tom Scott. He worked for other arrangers, including Bob Alcivar. That's our other honoree. So they used to work together, and now how many years has it been since you Bobs have seen each other? 30? 30 years since they've seen each other until today. How is that? Bob was inspirational in helping to teach others like Tim McLean. Bob sang baritone with the Ray Conniff Singers and also with Billy Vaughn. On April 5, 1970, Bob moved to Guatemala, where eventually he did arrangements for many Guatemalan artists: Tanya Z, Elizabeth de Guatemala, Daniel Chinchilla, Paco Caceres, Cesar de Guatemala were just a few for whom he arranged and produced. He recorded dozens of records with his Guatemalan group, Bob Porter Coros y Orquesta. Bob came to Guatemala from Los Angeles fully expecting to give up his career in music. He taught English literature to adults at the Bicultural Institute to make ends meet, but in less than a year he was discovered by a local DJ who put him in contact with local ad agencies. He wrote a commercial spot for a local product, which later won an international award for excellence. At that point, Bob wanted to experiment with Guatemalan marimba music, taking well-known national melodies and adding a Dixieland beat. He created a new sound that Guatemalans recognized and loved. Newspapers and television proclaimed Bob's name and gave him a new title, El Chapinissimo, which means the most Guatemalan. Chapinissimo. Another production Bob did involved a Guatemalan artist named Cesar de Guatemala. The song Mi Plegaria sold about 1 million copies worldwide. The money rolled into the record company and put Guatemala on the map. Therefore, the owner of the company, Licenciado Diaz Duran, decided to sign other artists, not just from Guatemala, but from other countries as well. There was Alvaro Torres from El Salvador and Walter Sabauti from Nicaragua. Bob's productions of Alvaro Torres were very successful. Alvaro, though born in El Salvador, obtained Guatemalan citizenship and became an icon in the international market. At that time, there was a saying when advertising Guatemalan goods that a product was as Guatemalan as you. After bringing national pride to Guatemala with his musical contributions, Bob enjoyed such widespread popularity that the saying became as Guatemalan as Bob Porter and you. To this very day, here in Los Angeles or any part of the world, if you meet anyone of approximately my age from Guatemala, they always will tell you that they know of Bob Porter. In 2006, a program was broadcast from the Guatemalan National Theater to honor Bob Porter for his musical contributions to the country. He now resides with his beautiful wife, Marcy, in Ventura, California, and this week celebrates their 60th wedding anniversary. So we're so happy to honor you. Thank you for a life dedicated to service and to music, and we have a very special award. Now, Gino from G-Force Plastics collaborated with me, but we made these awards, and he did something he's never done before. Wait till you see these awards.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Oh, that's gorgeous. It is the Build a Better World Foundation Award that we will be giving in every event we have. We'll be honoring people. It says, Bob Porter, thank you for a life of service and dedication to music. Received September 21st, 2017. And this is for you. Thank you for all of your service.
From Russ and Gina. Oh, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys want to take a picture all together. Here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Where are you? Where is he? Here, you come up next. Is that Christy? Okay. So, oh.
Thank you.
So thank you, Gino, for doing such a beautiful job on these awards. He does amazing work. He really does. Are you okay to carry it?
Can we get one more picture with
And
you
you
and
know,
Bob?
today, today is the United Nations International Day of Peace. And so it was such a blessing to be able to have this reception on this day. And it is our hope to have two major events each year. One will be on Earth Day, and where we'll be featuring a lot more organizations and things regarding natural health and sustainability. So we're looking forward to an Earth Day celebration as well as a United Nations International Day of Peace celebration, concert expos each year. Those will be our two main events. So the next honoree that we'd like to do a little tribute for is Bob Alcivar, and his lovely wife Sarita is here. Thank you so much. We're glad you're here. And would you like to come up? Do you need to sit in a chair or do you want to stand? Either way, whatever you like, whatever's easiest. So come, both of you come up. So and Bob, there's another Bob. Another Bob. If you're going to be a famous musician, your name has to be Bob. Okay. So I know both Bobs worked a lot with my grandfather, Russ, and you worked with him quite a bit, I think, back in the day.
He taught me.
He was the one that taught you. He was his teacher. Okay. I think he was like everybody's teacher. Everybody I talk to, they say that. So, you know, it's so wonderful. I'm so honored to be able to have you here and to be part of this event. This is Bob Alcivar, and he has worked with so many famous people everywhere that it's like way too many to name, but I'm going to name some. But you will most know Bob, and this is really interesting, because he was most well known for his song written for the Fifth Dimension called The Age of Aquarius. And that's how he's most known in the world. And you know, it's very interesting because right now, from what I understand in astrology, we are actually in the age of Aquarius right now. And I'm an Aquarius. What's a lot of Aquarius stuff going on. So anyway, Bob, he was born in Chicago, Illinois, and attended grade school in Pelham, New York. He studied piano and composition with Hungarian-born Stephen Ballou in Seattle at the Cornish College. He was closely associated with Norm Bobrow, jazz promoter and Seattle jazz DJ. Formed the vocal group The Signatures, and then performed on Bobrow's Sunday jazz concerts. The group also sang with the Norm Bobrow Little Big Band for special events in the Seattle area. Bob also played the piano and on a Northwest tour for Stan Getz, Wardle Gray, and Zoot Sims. He also worked with Stan Kenton, let's see, and then Stan Kenton, that brought the group to George Avakian's attention in New York. Avakian signed and produced their first Warner Brothers album, appropriately, the signatures sign in. A second album followed soon called Prepare to Flip, produced by Robert Prince. The signatures performed at the Playboy Jazz Festival in Chicago, and they did lots of work. Gary Owens also wrote in great detail about the quintet in Radio and TV Magazine. He also worked with Sylvia Sims, Count Basie, Bart Howard, Pat Suzuki, the Hi-Lows, the Four Freshmen, and Sonny Rollins. During their extensive travels, the group shared billing with artists like Anita O'Day, Dizzy Gillespie, Vito Musso, Sammy Davis, Peggy Lee, Bob Newhart, Jonah Jones, and Tony Pastor. There is so much here, but the association, after he came to Los Angeles, that's when he started working with Russ Garcia, and he did a collaboration with Hugh Montenegro, and along with Russ Garcia, they generously gave of their orchestral skills and knowledge, spending time with Bob, helping enormously with his music studies. After I moved to Los Angeles, the album arranging continued with vocal groups at first, The Association and Fifth Dimension, and Bill Hallman, which I know Russ worked with Bill a lot also. So there is so much that he has done, and I was trying to just pick out the major ones, but he's done many different pieces for Universal Studios. Let's see. He scored a horror spoof called Hysterical at Universal Studios, and there is just so much to say. He has, I mean, just so much, and so much dedication to music. And I will also say that he, when my grandmother Gina was here, when we did a tribute concert to Russ's life in 2012 in August at the Canyon Club, Bob was such a big help in that we needed the piano music written out from the musical that Gina and Russ wrote, The Unquenchable Flame, and Bob was able to, in one day, one evening, just a few hours, write the whole piano piece for that song so that the pianist would be able to play it. Most recently, Bob has teamed up with lyricist Arthur Hamilton, Cry Me a River. Together they wrote a new song, Remembering Things, produced spoken word version with original underscore. The project was inspired by Ross Barber, one of the two original Four Freshmen. During the Fifth Dimension years, the Alcivar Hamilton team searched, then found Bonnie Bowden, a singer Bob knew from his Sergio Mendes arranging and conducting days. And let's see. And now he is retired and lives with his beautiful wife, Sarita, in the Valley. So, Bob, we're so happy that you're here, and we honor you for your dedication to not only your dedication to music, but to humanitarian efforts and being of service. And we just want to thank you so much for being here and for all of your service. Thank you. Okay. So here is your award.
Thank you.
And you can put it up there with all your other awards. And thank you. Thank you both. Thank you. Yes. There is so much good work that needs to be done in the world, and Build a Better World Foundation is not only about the empowerment of youth and young people, but to help support and create awareness for and raise funds for already existing organizations. There are so many organizations out there doing so much wonderful work, and we really want to honor them and share with them this work, because we can be more powerful in joining together to do this work together. And there is plenty of room for many of us organizations to be out there doing the good work. You know, there are so many, and so we are looking forward to joining together with many. Right now we have about 12 that we are collaborating with that are doing good work in the world. So now it's time to honor, at our concert last December, we were able to feature 6 different nonprofit organizations at the concert. And the funds that were raised at the concert, we are now able to give the contribution to each of those organizations. And we're so glad that they're here. We have representatives from 5 out of the 6 who could come. So I'm going to read the vision mission statement from each one, and we're going to present the donation to each one of the organizations. And we're just so happy to be able to do this. And I'd like to invite my mom, Judy Culp, who's the bookkeeper accountant for Build a Better World Foundation, to present the checks. That's what bookkeepers and accountants do. They give the checks. They write the checks. So, I'm ready. Here, the checks. Oh, or here, you can hand them the small one. You want to hand them the small one? Okay. Okay, the first organization we want to recognize is, you know, many of these organizations, believe it or not, I've really had the privilege and the bounty to be involved with at their inception, at the very beginning. And this first one has been so close to my grandparents, Gina and Russ Garcia's heart, that they have been one of the major supporters of this organization. And the organization is the Mona Foundation. And I'd like to invite Peter Newman and Seema Mobini, who will be the representatives. They're from the board of directors of the Mona Foundation. And I remember, thank you so much for being here. We're so happy that you're here. And I remember the very, very first presentation that the founder, Manaz Javid, gave at Seema's home. And I was there for that very first video of the very first school. And I'm so honored to be able to have you here and to be able to continue on this relationship with our family and this beautiful, wonderful organization that's doing such good around the world. So the Mona Foundation was founded in 1999 by a small group of people committed to making a better life for all children. And it was Manaz Javid who brought this kind of to everybody as, you know, something that she wanted to do. The foundation supports grassroots educational initiatives that provide education to all children, increase opportunities for women and girls, and emphasize service to the community. Our goal is to alleviate global poverty and support community-led transformation such that no child ever goes to bed hungry. is lost to preventable diseases or is deprived of the gift of education for lack of resources. They believe that the key to alleviating global poverty and achieving sustained community transformation lies in universal education and gender equality. Now, should I recognize Rain? Could he come so we have a right to do? You know, yes. Rain Wilson, who is another wonderful longtime friend, he is actually the spokesperson for the Mona Foundation and a board member. And he's also an actor that you may know from the TV show The Office and many other movies and TVs, and doing such wonderful work. And so we want to present you with a check. Hold on. Here it is.
Oh, beautiful.
So this is that we're planning ahead for the future, that we're going to be giving larger checks in time. But this is a beginning.
Larger in dimension?
Yeah, all the above. No, this is the dimension. It'll always be, but the amounts will grow. So, but for now, here's your check. And it's made out to the Mona Foundation from Build a Better World Foundation. And it's for $500. And we're so happy to be able to do this, and that it's a beginning for our relationship with the Mona Foundation and Build a Better World. So, very good. So then you got the real check.
Yes.
All right, so next, Rain, you'll have to come back up again. So, due to the inspiration that Rain received in being the spokesperson, did you want to sit down?
Oh, I'm
Just saying. So, due to, I believe, the inspiration that Rain and his beautiful wife, Holiday Rainhorn, who's a writer, received by being on the board and serving on the board of the Mona Foundation, he realized the power of serving in that way and being able to help children, and especially education for women and girls. So he and his wife, Holiday, founded a school in Haiti called Liday. And it's an educational initiative that uses the arts and literacy to build resiliency and empower at-risk adolescent girls in rural Haiti, helping them to transition into academic or vocational education. Empowerment through the arts for women and girls. So we are also honoring them for the wonderful work that they're doing and partnering with them. And we were able to feature them at our concert, and we're going to be giving them also a $500 contribution today.
Thank you. Hey, a giant check.
Yeah.
This is the biggest one you've ever gotten. Better than Vanna White.
Okay.
I just want to say a few words. Thank you so much, Christy, for these generous donations to Mona and Liday. And at first I thought I was coming to a Build a Better Bear workshop. That was my joke. That was my one joke. But I have another joke, which is, I noticed that this Performing Arts Hall doesn't have a name. It's the Blank Performing Arts Center. It could be the Build a Better World Performing Arts Center with your next enormous check. But I just want to say, in all seriousness, like, $500 may seem like a small amount, but this is 1 year's tuition for a girl to go to school. in secondary school, and that makes a big, big difference, perhaps a life-changing difference in someone's life. So thank you very much, Christy, and Build a Better World.
Okay. The next one I would like to invite up, we're going to speak about, is another wonderful organization. There's so many wonderful organizations out there. I would like to invite Sohaila up she's representing the representative from Full Circle Learning. And I'm so honored to have you here. So glad you could be here. Full Circle Learning helps young people embrace their role as the change agents and humanitarians of their generation. Its educational programs integrate and expand students' character, strengths, academic excellence, artistic capacities, and peacemaking skills in service to the global human family, providing training and mentoring to teachers with an emphasis on customization for local standards, needs, and customs, providing the curriculum, music, and ancillary materials to support sites as needed, liaison with collaborating schools to foster global classroom relationships to help students honor the wisdom of others and see local issues through a global lens. It's founded by dear friend Teresa Langness, who couldn't be here today, but thank you, Sohaila, who's also a wonderful friend, longtime friend. We're so happy you're here. Thank you, Chris. So here is the check for $500 for Full Circle Learning. No, that's the wrong one. Full Circle Learning. Here's the real check. And you know, we feel like this is a beginning. This is a beginning. It's a beginning, anyway. We're so happy. Okay. And now we're going to present also a contribution to a Native American Indian community. It's a reservation, and it is in South Dakota. It's the Lakota tribe, you call it? Okay. And you know, this one really touches my heart in the sense that it's a bit of an urgent situation there, where you know teenagers are committing suicide like weekly, and it's like you want to do something about it. You know, it's important to do something about it, and so this is a beginning. I would like to have Alice Williams come up. She is the representative for Oceti Wakan. I'm so glad you're here, David. Oceti Wakan is a nonprofit organization on the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. Their mission is the preservation of Lakota culture, language, and to the healing of its people. 85%, they have 85% unemployment right now. Teen and youth suicide are at epic proportions. Our funds that we're donating today will help go towards the completion of a curriculum that they're forming called Life Skills. And can you just talk? So she can talk a little bit about the Life Skills program, and it's interesting because Gina and Russ wrote the Life Skills program, and now there's another Life Skills program, and this shows you how we need as many Life Skills programs as we can get for this world right now. So, and thank you, Alice, for your tireless effort in helping Cindy Catches, who is there, and you're helping from here with all of this. So, Alice.
I'll make it really brief. I just wanted to say that Ochedi Wakana is dedicated to the wellness of the, especially directed at the young people, because of the high suicide rate, but also the high addiction rate, drug, alcohol. And so we've been writing like mad for 2 years curriculum that will remind the children that they're sacred and noble beings deserving of love and respect, and that life is a gift. And our goal is to have them make wonderful choices so that they can live the life that they were designed to live, and for the future generations as well. So Bella Madrano gave us money, and it went for tables and chairs and a new little wellness center. And with this contribution, we'll put it towards, I think, posters for classrooms, because the program's being used in classrooms in South Dakota. Thank you. Oh, in Lakota, Wopila.
Don't you want your check?
Bella, you come too. And here's your bigger check in lieu of what's coming later. Bigger checks later.
Thank you, Christine.
Love you. Thank you for your service. Okay. Now we have another one. The Star School in Arizona is a Native American Indian school where I had the privilege of being there to give a class with a book called Bird of the Soul. I was able to give a class there, actually many classes, with my daughter Capri, and we were able to really bond with the owners and the founders of this school in Arizona. And they're doing wonderful work. They are a charter elementary school whose vision is to create a joyful learning community in which members develop the character, skills, and attitudes for understanding themselves, living in balance, and serving all relations. They are one of the top 12 sustainable schools in the nation, given the award by Obama. They began this school, this husband and wife began this school when it was a junkyard. They took it over and created this school, the Star School. Our funds today, we originally at the concert, we showed the video of the brain education, Power Brain Education program that we were looking to fund the training of the teachers at the school. But it hasn't really come to fruition yet. So we're honoring this school, and we are giving them a donation of $500 at this time, but we're looking forward to the time when we can implement the brain education program there, and looking forward to that time when we can participate with that. So they weren't able to be here today. They're in Flagstaff, Arizona. So now the very last organization that we're thrilled to be able to give a donation to. So the Mona Foundation and also the Full Circle Learning, I was able to be there at the very, very inception, the very beginning of that. And this next organization, I was also a part of being there for the very beginning, which is the Earth Citizen Organization that's in Arizona. And if I could invite Susan and Kim up. I'm really so happy that you came. You know, the CEO, Steve Kim, was supposed to be here from Arizona, but he wasn't able to make it. And I'm so happy that they were able to be here. And this organization is also near and dear to my heart. It is a nonprofit organization founded by Ilji Lee that works to promote mindful living, natural health, and world sustainability. They empower individuals with the tools and resources helpful for practicing an eco-friendly lifestyle while also developing their strengths to lead and serve their communities. The name Earth Citizen Organization reflects the belief that we are all citizens of the earth and that we all share the responsibility for the well-being and continuity of our planet, regardless of nationality, religion, or cultural identity. Our funds donated today will go to help sponsor youth to attend the Heroes 4-day training program to help learn sustainable living, housing development, and how they can build